Hello, hello. Happy Sunday, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. If you're joining me for the first time, I want to say thank you. And also, my name is Kim Dent, and I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I live in Maryland Heights, Missouri. I have been a demonstrator for 20 years. Hello, Valerie. Hello, Shirley. If you're hopping on, please comment so that I can see that you're joining us. Hello, Jan. Thank you very much. Hello, Michelle. Yay. Thanks for tuning in tonight. I have some adorable cards that I'm going to share with you. But before I do, I want to get my computer, my laptop synced. So just give me a second. Hey, Sandy. Thank you for all the hearts and the thumbs up. Thank you. Give me just a second. I wish I didn't have to do this part, but it's part of Facebook. So I hope all of you are having a great weekend. It's coming to an end, isn't it? We had a wonderful weekend here. Did you get, oops, hold on. Did you get to sleep in? Hi, Karen. I am doing well. Hello, Miss Peggy. I am doing well. I think I stayed up way too late last night, though, because I don't feel like I gained an extra hour. And then, you wake up early and you think, oh, I'll go back to sleep just for a smidge, and it didn't really happen. But it was a beautiful day, wasn't it? Oh, my goodness. If you're in St. Louis or the surrounding area, love the fall colors. Oh my goodness. Isn't it gorgeous? We've got some beautiful fall leaves this year, which is so fun. Just gorgeous. From the top, I have a friend at the top of the street, Carolyn, if you're tuning in sometime. I love her tree at the top of Diane Marie. Oh my goodness. It just makes me so happy when I see it. Just like a fire orange. So anyway, on my short little drive from my house to church and also where I work, it's just glorious, just glorious. So how many of you love the fall colors and the fall weather that we're having? Not too hot, actually not too hot at all. Not too cold, just a little brisk in the morning. We've had a couple mornings of frost on the windshield, but not bad at all. So I am loving it. Oh yeah, Jan. I forget my friend. Yeah, Jan's in California. So next year you'll catch it, right, Jan? You'll be back. Yay! That made me so happy when you posted that. So yeah, she'll be back in St. Louis before we know it. Yay! Me too. I love pumpkin. I am one of those people, except, have I told you this before? I love anything pumpkin. I love pumpkin, any Bath and Body. Love the smell of pumpkin. Love in our coffee shop. Oh my goodness, Higher Grounds. Every opportunity I get something with pumpkin in it. But I'm not crazy about pumpkin pie. I love pumpkin dump cake. I love pumpkin muffins. How many of you, is pumpkin your favorite? Yes. Yeah. I will eat pumpkin pie, but give me a good piece of coconut cream or pecan. Oh my goodness. Or anything chocolate. Are you surprised? You know me. I definitely have a sweet tooth. If it was up to me, I would go on Thanksgiving. I would go straight to the pies. So, okay, let me set this to the side and we will get to business. I am so appreciative of all of you who are sharing and telling your friends about me and the Facebook group, as well as YouTube. If you would continue doing that, I would so greatly appreciate it. It makes my little job a lot easier, and hopefully we'll grow that YouTube channel in case Facebook gets wonky, that we can just transition over to YouTube, because sometimes Facebook does not play nice. So, oh yeah, all the pumpkin, I'm watching all, Sandy, hi Sandy. All the pumpkin, yes. I love pumpkin. And Jill said something about, yeah, I love pumpkin dump cake or pumpkin crunch. I think I might have had that before. Is that like pumpkin dump cake, Jill? It sounds delicious. If it's not, I've made a long time ago, because you know me, Mr. Dent is definitely the chef in the house. But I can bake and I can cook if I want to. I just don't enjoy it. But I do. I was on a kick a while back where I love making pumpkin dump cake or cherry cobbler dump cake. That's another good one. Yeah. So, and it's easy. It's like dumping it in and mixing it up. So, okay. So for all of you who are liking and sharing and commenting. Oh yeah, Mom. I was waiting for you to pop up, Mom. I knew you did not like pumpkin. Oh, do you like the smell of it? I love the smell of it. I love going into Bath and Body at this time of year. Woo! So good. So, I have been doing a drawing. I just started last week with not only, so I'm doing a drawing if you like, comment, and share and this video. And also I'm doing a drawing for that. All those names go into a drawing. And then I also am doing a drawing if you comment or ask questions during the live, or I guess you could also ask questions during the replay too, because I'm watching them all the time, and I love seeing, you know, what you all. I love it when you all share or somebody asks a question and then somebody comes in. Valerie, you're so good about that, answering a question, you know, that somebody has, because sometimes the comments start scrolling so fast that I miss them and I don't see them till after the live is over. So, or on YouTube, I have had a couple people ask me questions, so that's exciting. So anyway, so 2 drawings. So I'm gonna put on my little, I will take that great pumpkin crunch recipe. Any of you want to send me your pumpkin recipes, I will gladly take them. Okay, hold on just a minute. All right, oh, you can see. My fancy light right here. That's to help brighten things up around here. I try to hide it, but it's not easy in my space. Okay, the card. Oh, here, let me talk about the cards. You guys love this card, and I loved it too, because I love the Santa. This, if you missed last week's video, go back and watch it. This was a Dutch fold card that my friend Vicky gave me the directions, and isn't this adorable? So she gave me the directions to the Dutch fold, but then I kind of came up with, I call this a Kim original, because I did not look on Pinterest or another demonstrator or Instagram. I'm doing that now, trying to do the Instagram thing. So this was not the pattern, not the fancy fold, because I am not that smart to figure out the measurements, but I can copy like there's no tomorrow. So this design was all me, and you all loved it. And I know some of you, if Lynn Zerby, she's already tried it. So that's the one card that the winners are going to get tonight. And then the other one, because it was Halloween last week and I couldn't pass up doing my little cutest Halloween one more time with that wonderful black glitter paper. Hi, Flo. Hello. I will send you my email, Valerie, my email address. So anyway, this little card, one last opportunity to make an adorable Halloween card. This will go in my stash for next year. The winner is also going to get this. This is called a Joy Fold card. Oops. And I decorated it all up with that cutest Halloween DSP. And this was just cut out, punched out with the DSP. No stamping except for Frightfully Cute, which is from the Frightfully Cute stamp set. So thank you all for all your sweet comments. And then one of the winners, this winner is going to get, the first drawing person is going to get Coastal Weave. This is an embossing folder, another one. Had to have more than one because I was afraid if something happened to my first one that I had a backup, but I'm letting them go. I'm trying to be good. all of you. So this has a really interesting pattern in it. It is called Coastal Weave. It almost looks like crocheted, kind of like a thick yarn, but it's very pretty. It makes a very pretty background. So Coastal Weave. So the first winner is going to be, oh, drum roll. Sorry, drum roll. Pam Watson. Pam was at class on Friday. I don't know if she's watching. Pamela, you're the first winner. All right, the second winner. Oh, and if you have that embossing folder already, please let me know, Pam, and I'd be happy to exchange it, as well as the next one. So she won because she was in the drawing for sharing. The next person was in the drawing for commenting. So that person is going to get, this is another one of my favorites. Hello, Vicki. This is tufted. And I don't understand. This is another one of those embossing folders. I love it. I love it. Oh, it's so sweet, like for feminine cards or baby cards. And so got mine in my stash. I'm going to let go of this one. So I hope whoever, or the person, the winner, loves it as much as I do. So the next winner is, that's my best drum impression. It is Joyce Georges. I don't know if she's on here tonight. I've seen names go by, but for Pam and Joyce, congratulations. I hope you enjoy those. And for both of you, if you've got the embossing folder, please just send me a message and I will be happy to replace it with a new one that you don't have. So, okay, let's see. I think I'm gonna flip my camera down. Move this out of the way because I want to show you, for those of you who were not at card class this weekend at Zion, I want to show you really quickly the cards that we made. So hold on one second. Just give me a second. I've got to rotate this down. Oh, and there goes my phone holder. Oh my goodness. Hold on, girls. This is going to be interesting. Oh my. Hope it stays. Started like, oh, these are my little, oh, Miss Peggy, do you recognize these? Girls, when I am cutting cardstock, my friend Peggy, retired office manager extraordinaire, got me using these at the office, but then I use them for cutting cardstock when you're grabbing a bajillion pieces. Oh, there's Joyce. Yes, well, I'll make sure I give it to Mom. So these are what I use on, not one, but I do it a little different than Peggy, but I put these on my thumb, my pointer, and my middle finger. And when I am cutting cardstock, this is what I use. Yes, the little rubber finger. So that's what you see. You see this over here in my little holder. I'm going to move them. I don't want them to distract anyone. Okay, let me pull my lights in, and so it gets a little brighter. My crazy light over here, my little big old umbrella light. Let's see if we can get my host code in there. I always forget to talk about the host code, so let me get that into view. If you're placing an, oh, no, that's not good. If you're placing an order anytime soon and you would like to help me out and your order is $149.99 or less, please use this host code. And I see it's cut off a little bit. It is, hold on, let's see. I told you all this, there's a delay. So, there we go. 74NPP66D. And then you can go to my website, kimdet.stampinup.net, to place your order. If your order is $150 or more, you would reap the benefits of placing a workshop order. We would call it our large order. So you would get the Stampin' Rewards. And Valerie, oh, Pam, you're a winner. You're a winner, Pam Watson. Yay. So Valerie, thank you for noticing my pretty grid paper. This is something as a demonstrator they just started doing recently. Well, you've seen the floral the floral grid paper. This is the holiday one, and last week I had it on the red side. It was red and white, and I decided to flip it. Well, actually, I needed a new piece of grid paper. So this is snowflakes. Isn't it pretty? So it's something as a demonstrator we can get, and then it just adds a little something when we do YouTubes or Facebook Lives. So thank you for noticing. All right, yeah, Pam, you're a winner. You're gonna get the cards from last week, as well as an embossing folder. So, okay, I want to show you the cards. We did a pocket card as at stamp class, and I'm on a pocket card kick. They're just so easy to do. So this one, ornaments and snowflakes, that's cut out of the gingerbread and peppermint DSP. Look how stinking cute. This one has a little rhinestone in it. Love this paper. I'm gonna have to order another pack of it because I love it so much. So that was one of our cards. This beautiful card with the snowflakes. You gotta have a Christmas card with snowflakes, right? So this was Merry Everything from the Merry Snowflake stamp set, and these are dies in that die set. This is it's a snowflake that is in the pack that you punch out. One side is iridescent, the other side is matte, and I use the matte side. So that one is not a die, that one is actually punched out. And then the snowflake, wintry snowflake embossing folder, which I'm hoping you can see. You kind of can see it, the texture right there. And this was just a yeah, there you can see it. And then the banner, I used the tailored tag punch to punch out this sweet little banner end. So, and then this is retired DSP. This was I did a couple of cards where I said, you know, it was all about like, don't throw away your scraps. You'll see me on one of the cards tonight. This DSP was just cut in different dimensions and flipped over. It's all from that Peaceful Prince DSP, the one that had the deer on it that you could punch out from Celebration. So that actually is gone. But if you would like the measurements for this, just send me a line. I actually got this idea, or the majority of the idea, from another demonstrator, and so it was nice to have the measurements all figured out like that. So that's Merry Snowflakes. And then I had to share another, we did the Dutch fold card last week, but I did this regular Santa card. The stampers got to pick their DSP as well as stamp Santa and color him in just like I did on last week's Dutch fold card. Old Olive and Real Red, a little bit of Wink of Stella. And then, let's see, that's 3 of them. The other 2 we're gonna make tonight. So I'm gonna show you this one. This one is with Heartfelt Wishes and this beautiful embossing folder. And a scrap of gold right there. Oh, can I pull Santa down a little? Sure. Let's get Santa back. Let's see. I wish there wasn't a delay on my end. Okay. Does that help? Oh, okay. Hold the cards down. Okay. How is that? There we go. It's gonna... Thank you, Sandy. He's from Be Jolly. He is in the mini catalog. And he's got some adorable little accessories like a tree and a bird and a sled with presents and some words. So there, I hope you can see him. He's actually a little bit prettier. It seems like the light, you know, is making it kind of, the colors aren't as cute as they are, but this is Pale Papaya and a little bit of Flirty Flamingo. All right, now we'll go into this one. This one is really easy to do, and I'm going to show you how to do it, but I'm going to show you this card we made, as well as this one. And I'm just going to show you a flicking Wink Stella. We're going to go crazy with the Wink Stella on this one. So this one is from Artistically Inked. I use the dies. There you can see, on both of these cards, we're going to use the metallic gold pearls. But isn't this pretty? This is so me. And if you love green, that's soft succulent and evening evergreen. So hold on. Oh, and I can see the Wink Stella. It doesn't, the Wink Stella, it's really picking up on the camera. It kind of looks more subtle than that, but it's really sparkly. Oh, well, Mark Wheeler, thank you. Thank you for loving my Santa card, Mark Wheeler. Thank you, Sandy. Okay. I actually am going to do the Merry Christmas card first. So I'm going to pull out my kit. It's done. This is a color that I love because I love green. My daughter is really in love with green. She loves green, but I love green also. This is Mossy Meadow. And this was a color that came in, I think, a while ago as an ink color, and then it came back. So Mossy Meadow, it is 4 1/4 by 11. Scored at 5.5. Then you need a piece of, this is Cherry Cobbler. Isn't that pretty? Pretty color combination. 4 by 5 1/4. I'm saying that for you, Karen Amon. Then you need 2 pieces of vanilla at 3 3/4 by 5. One is for your inside, and this is actually for the piece that we're going to run. We're going to run it through the machine with an embossing folder that I'm going to show you in just a second. Oh, thank you. You need a piece of, thanks, Karen. I do think it is embellishments do play a big part in making a very nice card. Takes it from like sweet to like a wow card. This piece is behind the Very Vanilla that we're going to stamp on. It is 1 1/4 by 3 3/4. Then the piece we stamp on is 1 by 3 3/4. So this is 1/4 of an inch. The Cherry Cobbler is 1/4 of an inch wider, but they're the same length. This is my little scrap. So I told the ladies at stamp class, this is gold foil. So I have for Christmas especially, I've used a lot of this gold foil, and I don't know if you can see, it just looks really like it's reflecting, but it's the gold foil. And I was telling them, don't ever throw your scraps away, because especially with DSP or like the gold specialty paper, because look, it's going to take that Merry Christmas and it's going to pull in the color of the gold pearls and just make it pop. So just that little bit, 3/4 by 3 inches. And then this is what let's see. This is what I stamped on. So really this is a scrap. It doesn't need to be, 3 by 3. It's whatever. We're going to stamp the holly berry and the leaves. So 3 by 3. So there is your supplies and your measurements. Can you all see that okay? It looks like it. Okay. All right, I'm going to pull this to the side. The stamp set, this is such a pretty stamp set. It's Heartfelt Wishes, and if you love fonts like I do and words, get this one before it's gone. This is Merry Christmas, Happiest Holidays, Much Gratitude, Sending Love, Cheers. Look at this one, Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Happiest holidays from our family to you and yours this wondrous season, and heartfelt wishes. So much gratitude and heartfelt wishes. So isn't that pretty? Wouldn't you love to have handwriting as elegant as this? I just love it. I just love it. Very thankful for stamps that can make just, you know, my funny, quirky little handwriting look. So beautiful with a beautiful stamp. So Heartfelt Wishes is in the mini catalog. And then the other stamp set that we used and dies this Christmas season, this was, I think, the first Christmas set that I got. And it's a distinctive stamp set. No words with this, but that's why we're pulling in Heartfelt Wishes. It also has a gorgeous die set with labels. The labels are actually, or the dies are actually called seasonal labels, and you'll see them over here. Let's see, here's another one. And then I'm going to point this out. This piece, these funny little, teeny tiny little pieces. Let's see those. Do you know what you do with them? You can put them on this long one. Let me get the pine. My little fingernails are all, I don't know what I'm going to do for the wedding girls. My fingernails don't look good at all right now. Like they're down to nothing. Okay, see this tiny piece? You can use these right here and right here. Does that pick up right there? And then you could thread, there's another type. It puts like a slot in it, and then you could put like ribbon through there, or yeah, ribbon through there. So you can use those on the label dies. Isn't that clever? I haven't done that yet, but I saw a very smart demonstrator, Patty Bennett, demonstrating it, and I'm like, I've got to try it because it would look really pretty, like with some, like doing the banner or the label part across here, making it a little bit shorter, and then having some, you know, ribbon go through there to add a pop of color. We have that beautiful gold ribbon too. All right, here we go. I'm gonna do this really quick. You're gonna be amazed. I do love the font on this. So I'm gonna take the 1 by 3 3/4, and I'm gonna pull in Merry Christmas. And you can see, or I think you can see, this Merry Christmas is much longer than my little banner piece right here. But I just decided I wanted it to go across the card like that, so it doesn't bother me that I'm not getting the whole image. Oops, and did you see what I almost did? I almost did. You want to ink up like this, because it is such a long stamp, it's not going to fit entirely on my Cherry Cobbler ink pad. All right, and I should have something underneath. Hold on. Piece of copy paper on here under here will work well, because I don't want to get my Pierce mat. I like using the Pierce mat. I know some people, they don't. Like, I notice it's stamping. Very few people use them. Some people do, though. They're like me. They won't stamp without them. But I just think it gives you a really nice image, especially with photopolymer. So there you go. Didn't that turn out pretty? And then I'm going to set this aside. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in Mossy Meadow. Now, right before we came on, right before I went live, and I'm making this, I'm like, oh, I should do a stamp a set of these, you know, so that you don't have to watch me cut them out. And the ink pad was dry as a bone, so I re-inked it. So if you are, if you've heard me talk about re-inking our stamp pads, what I highly recommend, because with distinctive stamps, if you get your ink pad too juicy, it is, it'll just be like, I use this word a lot, a blob, if it's too juicy. So what I do is, and I set mine, here to the side, hold on. Again, talk amongst yourselves. Okay, so here it is, the Mossy Meadow Reinker. Whenever you buy an ink pad from Stampin' Up, buy the Reinker. Buy the Reinker, just especially if it's an in color, but it's just, you never know when, especially at Christmas time when you're using your stamps. Oh, it's so frustrating. And you always get a better image when your ink pad is juicy. So Mossy Meadow Reinker, I took it and I just dotted this up all over. And the tip that I'm going to share with you is sometimes you'll see me use a spoon, or sometimes this is a used up gift card. I just take it, and here, I'll show you what I do. I take it and you almost have to like massage the fresh ink into the ink pad, and you'll see me go both directions like this so that that new ink gets down in the bottom. It'll work its way up, but that way you're going to get a nice, it distributes the ink and you'll get a nice image. If you put too much ink on it and sorry guys, and you don't do that, you'll see it just turns out the image, especially with photopolymer, it'll just be a blob. So that's my tip, my little tip for the evening on re-inking your ink pads. Okay, and I've got my Pierce mat. See, it's photopolymer. Okay, then we're gonna take, it turned out very nice. I'm gonna take Cherry Cobbler and do the berries. And this is interesting to me. I don't know why 4 berries. When you see holly berries, aren't they always in 3s to me? I don't know. Did I dream that? Okay, and there you can see it is, especially with those leaves. See, you can see where the distinctive part of it, and is what also on the holly berries, how that, it gives it dimension. Now, some of the ladies yesterday, they were telling me that, and Melissa, I think, was one of them. It almost looked like there was tape on the stamp, but it wasn't. We checked in the catalog, and that is exactly how the artist created it. It was supposed to have that distressed kind of look with it. So the next thing I did, I took the dies, the leaf dies and the berries, and I ran it through my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. You can see on there's a little bit of, I don't know what we call this, temporary scotch or temporary tape. Right now, Stampin' Up! Does not have a magnetic plate for our new machines. And I'm thinking they're working on it, but so far, no magnetic sheet. It'll be a glorious day when we do get it, because in between time we're using washi tape to keep those dies on there when we run it through the machine so it doesn't shift. So my stamping. Okay, now I'm going to show you how I embossed. I took the piece of the berry vanilla. Here it is. And the embossing folder is called Merry Melody. Isn't it pretty? Oh, here it is. There you go. Merry Melody for the music lovers. Oh, yes. Joyce has beautiful holly berry and bushes in front of her house. And we will have to get some of that, Joyce, to decorate. It looks so pretty when it's fresh and real. You can put it in a vase. So Joyce George's with the green thumb. Okay, here's Merry Melody. It's a 3D embossing folder. When you use it, if you use the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, you only need the platform #1 and the gray plate #4, nothing else. And run it through the embossing, through the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. Looks like this. Isn't that nice? Very pretty so far. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take Sahara sand and I'm going to antique it just because I thought it looked like it needed to look old. Remind me like a little vintage kind of look to it. So I'm going to bring in my blending brushes, and I'm also going to bring back my copy paper since I have this beautiful new grid paper. And I'm going to take my blending brush, and now I know we're not going to have any sunrises on this card. So hold on, I got to concentrate. My tip is when you ink it up, you can see how I'm holding it. You start off on the whatever, grid paper or your copy paper, and then you move all over your embossed piece of Very Vanilla. I picked Sahara Sand. There's a couple of colors I could have gone with, but I thought it just, see how it's picking up like the music notes? So cool, huh? And just a little bit, just enough to take off that bright vanilla look. To concentrate. Okay. There we go. That looks good. You can see the notes a little bit better, and it just, I thought, went well with the font. I'm all about the fonts. And that's Sahara Sand that I used. Okay, so the other thing I want to share with you, I'm going to do it now just because I thought of this right before we went on the Facebook Live. Can you all see this? This is our envelope. Oh my goodness. I took the embossing folder like this and my envelope, and I just stuck it on to, you know, where the score line was, and then I ran it through just like that. So think of that like when you're doing, oh my goodness, when snowflakes, like our snowflake embossing folder. So many ideas. I'm going to be doing this more often. I've seen other girls do it, and I just never have taken the time to do it. So tonight I thought, this is a special Christmas card. So I hope you love that little tip. Dun, da, da, da. That looks so pretty. Can you imagine like somebody getting this in the mail and they're like, oh my goodness, that's a special card. All right, I'm going to take my Very Vanilla. Here, let's use this one. And my Stampin' Seal. Stampin' Seal right now is one of those products that is out in the middle of the ocean. So that's why you see me with this old style. So I have a little bit left in here. It's actually Stampin' Seal Plus. That's actually I prefer to use that more than the regular Stampin' Seal. That's just my preference. Okay, and then we're gonna do, oh, we're gonna get our gold piece. So our little gold scrap. And you can tell, like, are you surprised? Look, it doesn't go all the way across. We just wanna make sure it's all the way over on the edge, and then the holly berry and leaves are gonna cover it up. So that's why, oh, and I gotta, I kind of missed on my sample. I want that all the way over to the cherry cobbler. And then we're gonna take the this piece of cherry cobbler. Thank you, Sandy. And we're gonna do the same thing, right like that. And then, where's my stamped image? My beautiful, here it is. Merry Christmas. Look how quick that comes together. Are you amazed? And then, let's see, the last thing I need to do, I already have cut out my holly berry and leaves. One thing, I lopped off one of the little, I just don't think it needs 4. It's not right. It needs 3, so I just cut off that 4th one. All right, I'm going to put, sorry for my reach. Oh, and I should have, okay. We're gonna put dimensionals on the back of the leaves. Loosen my words. And then the holly berries just get glued on top. Are you liking it? How many of you have your Christmas cards done? Not me. I don't know. This year will be interesting with the wedding. Ooh, I think I positioned those just a little bit different. And then I just took my multi-purpose glue and right on top, just did a little dot. One right there too. There we go. Oh, I've got one more, right? I just have to get a, oh no, you know what? I am so sorry. I thought I was done. Here we are talking about the beautiful pearls. So here's the metallic pearls. They come in gold and they're teeny tiny as well as silver, hence the name metallic. And I'm gonna put 3 on. Let's see, should I use my tacky end? Look at that. Ooh, that I think leaked a little bit. All right, 3. Here we go. Oh, that's nice. Here we go. 1, 2. Oh, I love them. This is actually, I've had them for a while and have not used them. See how sweet that is? Yeah, Kelly to Shannon. Yay, I'm proud of you. Starting your Christmas cards. Not you either, Sandy or Jill. You girls are good. Jill is always sending out cards to her family and her grandchildren, so you'll get it done. All right, there's Christmas card number 1. I love these. And they have adhesive on the back of them, so did you see how easily? And then this, don't forget this idea. Okay, on to card number 2. I have some customers that don't send Christmas cards. So I decided I would do something, oops, sorry about that. That was not Christmas or winter. And so I hope you love this one. I got the idea from a demonstrator who's on what we call the artisan team. It's with Stampin' Up. It's a very, I don't know, what do you call it? It's something you apply for. It's taken very seriously. And they are very, very, very talented demonstrators, men and women, from all across the world. And their work is reviewed. And then, if you're chosen to be on the artisan team, guess what happens? Can you guess? They get a bunch of free stuff. So they're always working like for samples, with the samples for our catalogs and different displays and that. So isn't that something? So this idea came from someone who is on our artisan team at Stampin' Up. There's 2 versions of it. This one, I think there's less Winkastella. This one I used the stamp set Create with Friends, because I knew some ladies, they're like, I don't send thank you cards. So this one, isn't this pretty? So Celebrate, this could be, I had one lady, she was using this for an anniversary card for her friends. But this would make a, look, amazing, love, celebrate, friends, create, and then all of these bonus words down here. But this could be birthday, shower, wedding, anniversary. So love, love, love. Love the color combination, and I just tweaked it just a bit. So the rosette comes from Artistically Inked, and we're going to use, I've used this before on another card, but this is I'm going to use Polished Pink and then Soft Succulent for the leaves, and then I'm going to show you this funny little stamp which I lovingly named the Blob. Let me pull out the kit. The kit is Soft Succulent 4 1/4 by 11. Then Evening Evergreen. Who knew? When I first saw this, I will be honest with you, this color, I thought, that is almost like black cardstock. And now I use this so much. I love Soft Succulent, but I guess with the reds, with the Christmas cards, I've used it more for Christmas cards. I love Evening Evergreen. So 4 by 5 1/4. And then another one for the inside. This is the white you would stamp on, 4 by 5 1/4. Then another scrap of gold. This one is a little bit longer, 3/4 by 4. This is just a scrap. This is the piece that we'll stamp on for the rosette as well as the leaves. But it could be, you know, any scrap. It really doesn't need to be definite measurements. Whatever you've got, scraps, don't throw those scraps away. This is the piece that we're going to stamp the word on. I haven't decided which one I'm going to use. So this is 1 1/2 by 4. And I think that's it. I think that's it. A pretty white envelope that I'm going to stamp on for you. So let me move this. Oh, I hope you got a picture of it. There you go, screenshot it. Let me move this out of the way. And I'm gonna pull in, the first one I'm gonna pull in is the piece that I stamped the blob on first. This piece, I hope you can see it. This weird stamp, which is in Artistically inked, this is it. Doesn't it look like a blob? Who remembers The Blob, the movie? That movie scared me. I must have been like, it was around the time, you know, we were having sleepovers with girlfriends, and I can remember watching that movie. And now probably if I watched it, it would be, you know, we'd be laughing at it. But that Blob movie, who remembers that movie? Anybody? Anybody? Please tell me, somebody. Oh, let's see. Okay. Oh my goodness. Where's my evening evergreen? Wow. Oh, here it is. Woo! Does anybody remember The Blob? Please say something if you did. That and the birds. Oh, that was another one when I was young in Girl Scouts, spending the night with a friend. Okay, here we go. Here's The Blob. This stamp is amazing. I'm going to show you why. It adds like a texture to the cardstock, which is amazing. And this one I just stamped all different ways. Oh, looks like I should have re-inked this. Yep, I should have. Well, we're gonna keep going. There you can see it a little bit. I'm just pressing. It is, you know, the alcohol marker technique. Remember we did that a while ago, and use alcohol and markers, and it puts this, the blends, and it puts a pretty pattern on it. That's kind of what this does. It's really just to add texture to the cardstock. So do you see, I just moved that all over. I wish this was a little darker because I have a feeling you won't be able to see it, but see if it picks up. Oh yeah, Sandy, Me Too, that bird movie. Woo. Let's see. I think it's picked. Yeah, you can kind of see it in there. I wish I had re-inked it. Gotta remember to do that the next time. Stamp classes, there's a lot of stampers, and this one you can see it a little bit better. Okay. Oh, and now I think I might. Okay, I'm gonna pick a stamp. Which one should I use? I think I'm gonna go with Love. We definitely need some cards with love on it for the wedding, with the bride and the groom. All right, here goes. Let me get this on here straight. And do you remember the, oh, you know, yeah. Yeah, and so long ago. Those Alfred, that was Alfred Hitchcock, wasn't it? Scary stuff. Okay, I'm setting this piece to the side, and I'm gonna pull in my 1.5 by 4. And I think I'm gonna stamp towards this end. Ooh. It's a little light, but I like it. Yeah, those scary movies. Yeah, I don't watch those anymore either, Miss Peggy. All right, now we're gonna bring in, this is the 2x4, and I'm gonna bring in polished pink and my little rosette stamp. This would be pretty as a background too, like just to add, you know, something, just to add a little something. Oh, so pretty. Isn't that funny how that stamp, I don't know how they do it. Like that just looks like it's got layers upon layers. And then my, the leaves, I did that in soft succulent. Such a pretty color combination. Love it. Love it, love it. I hope you guys do too. Okay, set these way out of the way. And I think I can start building the card. So, soft succulent is the card base. No fancy folds tonight. We'll have to work on that for next week. Next week, for those of you who are in the St. Louis area, next week on Sunday, November 14th, Zion Lutheran Church is having our annual turkey dinner. And it is amazing, amazing. Turkey, dressing, or stuffing, what else? She calls them cream cheese mashed potatoes, which if you love mashed potatoes, it's a step above just regular. I love mashed potatoes. That's like growing up was my all-time favorite. All-time. I could still eat mashed potatoes till every day. I could eat mashed potatoes. That's how much I love them. But what else? Applesauce and cranberries. Dessert. This year, like last year, it will be a carry-out. So, hold that thought. I cut these out already with the dies. There's dies in the Artistically Inked stamp set. And I put these up on dimensionals again. So yes, Peggy, and for the Karen Amon, she told me, she sent me an email today, and she bought her ticket yesterday, and she was like, I can't wait. And I'm like, I can't wait either. So I'm selling tickets ahead of time in the office if you would like to come and see me, or you can buy tickets that day. But it is really, really good. It's from 11 till 3:30. And I would love to hear if you come. So even if you don't buy tickets from me this week, you can always buy tickets, you know, that day. It's so yummy, yummy, yummy. Hopefully by next year, we'll be going back to if you want, you can eat there in the fellowship hall. But for now, it's, you drive up and you place your order. Okay, here's the, was the little technique that I did. And I think I'm going to be doing a lot more of it. So this technique is so easy to do. You just take your Wink of Stella and you take something hard. It doesn't have to be your bone folder. And you hit it like this. And you'll see it'll start to sparkle and shine. And you can't, the one thing I forgot to say, if you're doing it, you want to make sure no other projects are around there because it does splatter. And I can see it's already like on that copy paper, but it is so pretty. It's like adds such a pretty shimmer. Okay, and then I'm also going to take my Wink of Stella, and I'm not going to put as much on, I think, as I did on my sample. The other thing you have to be aware of is that this has some, I don't know what it is, if there's alcohol in there, but I almost have to, you have to make sure that like when you put this on, that ink is really dry on that image that we're going to put a little bit of Wink on, because it will make it bleed. Then, last thing, I almost wish I would have put forever down here, but it looks pretty. I could also add maybe another something something. It looks kind of like it's empty, but let's add some more of these gorgeous pearls. Yeah, I love the Wink of Stella too, Sandy. I love sparkle. You can tell with the words like this one being large, went all the way across. I think if I would do this again, I would put like one rose up here and then one down here and then maybe put love in the middle. Oh, I forgot too. Oh, I got a little sparkle on my envelope. Oh my, I forgot to stamp on my envelope. So how many of you stamp on your envelopes? I have some friends, they're demonstrators. They're like, no, they say, no naked envelopes. That's what they say. They stamp on their envelopes and on the inside. I like doing it, but sometimes when I am in a hurry putting a card in the mail, do you know this about me? I wait till the last minute. And I usually am good if I get the address on it, but I do enjoy decorating. It does when I have time. I like doing the inside as well as the envelope. There we go. Isn't that pretty? You usually do. I need to do it more. I need to work ahead, but I think I'm almost 60 years old, and I say this all the time. I do my best work when I'm under pressure. You've heard me about cutting cardstock. My mom will vouch for this. Yeah, I do my best work under pressure. Okay, there's that one. There's that one that we just made, and then the beautiful thanks, which has a lot of Wink of Stella on it. All right, hold on one second. Let me see. I want to remind all of you about, let me get this out of the way, Eden's Garden. This was a huge hit, and I know why. At stamp class, I had a couple ladies saying, order it all. And I knew it was probably going to be like that just because it is so much prettier in person than it is the camera doesn't pick it up. And right now all we have is a flyer. I know Shirley's ordered some paper. I had a lot of people, and I'm telling all my friends this. This comes 12 by 12. If you love the greens, you're going to want to order the paper. If you're on a budget, get the paper and get the gems, because this beautiful paper is going to go away. It's while supplies last, and they are telling us already that it's selling like hotcakes. I also recommend getting a pack of gold foil for you get two 12 by 12 sheets for $5. You just need to do that when you buy this. This is the pocket card that I made. And my gems, I think, are either here or they're coming by Wednesday. So these were gems from the holiday rhinestone pack. But this will be available, the Eden's Garden stamp set, which is so pretty. It's a distinctive stamp set. It also has gorgeous dies. This will go into the next catalog in January, but the paper and the gems, and I believe the cotton paper, which is kind of almost like a little heavier than the tissue paper, this will go away. So if you love it, get your hands on it. You can send me a message. I'm placing an order probably on Tuesday, and I can add it to it. Get it before it's gone. And then this order, you can wait and order it in January. But if you love it, you can order it. There's a whole, here's my little flyer. There is a whole one number for the whole bundle, which I probably will post. Here, it's right out of arm's reach, of course. So you can get all of it if you would like for $82. But you can, I want to make sure all my friends know you can order it individually, each of the products individually. You can even order the stamp set by itself. But if you do the stamp set and the dies, you save 10%. So $52 for the stamp set and the dies. So that is that. Oh, one more thing. Oh, I forgot to talk, but I'll turn it, flip it. So hold on. Oh, the umbrella. Hold on. Let me turn this there. That's better. Ooh. Okay, so there is another big promotion going on right now that is amazing. Start with savings. If your wish list, I talked about this, I did a special video last week, or yeah, this past week when it came out. Stampin' Up told us last Monday, there's going to be a promotion. It's going to be blockbuster. $75 to join. $75. So you still get to pick $125 worth of product for $75. And you then, any order after that, you get a 20% discount. It ships for free. That's big. That's huge. And you get to pick whatever you want. So if you love Eden's Garden, or if you need a Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, that can be, you customize your kit. This promotion only goes till November 30th. And I can remember one other time that there has been a deal like this, one other time in 20 years. So if your wish list is $125, spend the $75, sign up and be on my team. The cool part about it is there's two things. I mean, there's lots of things, but one of the things that I want you all to know is if you signed up tomorrow to stay active, if you would choose to stay active, you would technically not have to place an order till the last day of April. If at that time you wanted to continue on. If you don't want to continue on, then you're done. You're just inactive. You don't owe them anything. You don't have to send back anything. You go what is called inactive. If you want to stay active and continue seeing the products ahead of time, seeing that new catalog ahead of time, ordering the stuff ahead of time, you would need to place our quarterly minimums are $300 per quarter. You don't have to place an order every month. You would have to, it's 3-month quarters. You could place an order, one order at the very end of, let's see, April, May, June. And they give us a grace month, which is called a penny month. So I could go on and on and on. And the other cool part is, my friend Cheryl wanted me to remind everybody, I have lots of stampers who have signed up under me and reap the benefit of the 20%, and then it bumps up to 25 after you hit a certain sales level. And then they decide it's not for me. But then maybe a year later or 6 months later, they say, oh my goodness, this is another fantastic promotion, like Celebration. There's always a perk during Celebration. They can sign back up. There's no limit. I have some ladies who have signed up 4 times. Stampin' Up doesn't say you don't have, once you're done, you're one and done. So think about it, especially if your wish list is big, and you love Stampin' Up, place it in an order anytime you start out with a 20% discount. It's amazing. Like going to Kohl's with a 30% discount every time you shop. So anyway, I could go on and on. Have a wonderful, wonderful week. Enjoy this beautiful weather. If you want turkey dinner tickets, please contact me. I'll be happy to sell you some. And have a blessed week. Bye-bye.